Hello. It is Friday, April 3rd, 2 days before one of the largest celebrations around the world, Easter. So, if you're watching this on the replay or you're popping in any minute, I hope you have a fabulous Easter. You know, more people go to church on Easter than Christmas? Yeah. I used to really enjoy going to the church that I went to on Easter, especially when my daughter was young. Um, yeah, and I gotta say, I miss the family meals. Don't have that anymore. I mean, there's my daughter and her husband, but the family that I would relate to, my mother's side, my father was the only child. They're all in North Carolina. So I got three cousins there, and hi, Doug, how are you? And one remaining of my mom's four siblings, just her youngest sister back there. And she's not that young because I'm not that young. Anyway, I really enjoy Easter, and um, mostly because for me it's a reflection on remembering that we can be kind, that we can accept other people's negativity and let it roll, off our backs. And for me, Chapel Hill, the triangle. There you go, the triangle. I love it, Doug. Doug, you just got off a roll of that whole. It was like almost all day. I was thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to roll over into my time, which is fine. But that was long and it was so good. And every single reseller, including Doug, I wish Ducky was here. She's my mod, but she's probably exhausted. So she could drop your link. I could probably drop your link. So have you lived all over the place, Doug? You have the one house here and you have the house there and you live here, and you're like a serious entrepreneurial man. Yeah. I was invited a couple months ago, but it coincided with a back doctor specialist appointment, so I couldn't do it. And then somehow I didn't get on the list this time. So I'll talk to Doug, though. I'll talk to the other Doug. I could say that. I think you're, and I love the MCM style room that you sell from. Oh, I love it. I have not opened your boxes yet, but they're right back over here. You can't see them. They're down on the shelves on the floor because I'm trying to move other inventory. Because the minute I open that, I'm going to be like, woo, I need more boxes. That was so nice of you. It's going to be like Christmas. So my main tradition has been, since my daughter was probably 9, I always watch the musical from the 70s, Jesus Christ Superstar, on Easter. And I'll tell you what, it's one of the most simplistic, funky productions ever, but I cry every single time. And I make a simple meal, I put that movie on, and I cry. There will be, Doug, absolutely. So I'm Lucinda, for whoever's here, whoever pops in. Fridays are always tough. There's so many people on. There was just the reseller rally. So, I am in Northern California, Mendocino County, on 22 acres. That is where I ship from. I do not have a mailbox. I live on off a dirt road, off a little tiny highway, down a dirt driveway on 22 acres. So for a long time now, I've been doing 2-week build-a-boxes and then invoicing out in the third week and shipping out that week. So there's been, a 3-week lag if you were building boxes. However, I've done my last vintage household clearance. So Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays will be only jewelry. And I'm going to be billing out and building a box 1 week at a time. So then the second week it'll be billed and shipped. Yay. Yay. Very excited about it. Yes. Oh, you have a show at 5 and hi, Doug. Doug, you're amazing. Thank you for stopping in. And I wish that you're on. Melly's on. I always check in with Melly. Are you on at 5 Pacific California time? So 8 o'clock Eastern? Because I'm going to see if I can go to your channel and drop your link. But I really appreciate... Oh, I can't just... Hold on. Dang it. I cannot just go to your link. Well, you know what? If Ducky comes in, I'm going to have it dropped anyway. I always drop links. Bye. Hi, Ducky. Hey, Ducky, can you drop this Doug link for me? And Ducky, I was just telling Doug, you must be so tired. Bless your heart. So this is the end of week 2. And then I will be billing out and shipping. And then starting next week, kind of the beginning of April, right after Easter, it'll be 1 week boxes, priority mail or just flat or a bubble if you get one thing packed really well. Billed out at the end of every week. It's only jewelry. I don't do household anymore. Thank you, Ducky. Yay. Hi, Barb. Welcome back. Thank you so much. I had a great time, and I got your emails and answered your emails. So we're good. Thank you. You had to go and exercise. Did you ride your scooter? Don't fall down again. So considering that it's a weird, unstable time in our economy right now, and tax time, which I know is always difficult, I decided to do a new format for a couple weeks until tax time is over of buy it nows and adding in auction pieces with a starting bid. Trying to keep it simpler, trying to bring items at more of a cost average price for me, which means lower for you in a lot of cases, just to see if we can't make this, work. Just at home. Oh, sitting. Yeah, you know what? If my back wasn't so arthritic, Ducky, I would have a standing desk. And I got to tell you, my dad, I'm putting on my timer. Excuse me, y'all. That's not a timer, that's a photo. My father made his own standing desk before they were really popular. He had the exercise machine where you just stand on the 2 feet and up, down. You can make it harder or easier. And some PVC pipe with a board and his computer raised up off of the counter out in his office. And he would swap between sitting and standing and doing exercises. I mean, he started at MIT before he went into his field of choice. And I was just like, man, Dad, you're a freaking genius. So, and he was, actually, he really was. I miss him. So that's what I'm doing today. I am doing buy it nows. Today, Friday, means that I am doing $15, $20, and $25. And I have some really cool auction pieces. And I think I'm going to start off with something that I found. So did I cover that? Oh, if you purchase from me and you never have before, I bill through PayPal. I ship through Pirate Ship. And you will need to send me your information if you win something through bidding or a buy it now to my email down there with your YouTube name, real name, address with zip code, all on one line, that part if you can, so I can just copy and paste. Makes it easier. And your PayPal email info, and I'll need it by tonight or the item goes back out. Yes, thank you, Ducky. I'm going to start out with something. I have had these in my, so I've been selling since the 70s jewelry, off and on. When eBay first started, I started selling vintage costume jewelry. That's back when we had to mail checks and money orders through the mail. And then when we got it, then we mailed it was a whole thing. It's not like that anymore, thank God. But I found these bracelets, and I always thought they were really cool. So I put them in that box. I took them out the other day, and I was like, I always thought these were really cool. But what are they? What the heck? And I took an image shot, and I was floored. So we're going to start with the auction choice. These are George Jank. Is that right? George Jank or Jankson? Hold on. Oh, my Lord. I want to be absolutely sure. Ducky, you might remember, but you might not. And you're so tired that I don't. I sent you photo. I found them. And when I took the image shot and I found out what they were, I was just like, get out of here. Glenn Yank. Glenn Yank. They're aluminum. He's from New York. They're new wave punk rock industrial. 80s. They sell for like $175 a piece. I'm not kidding. And I just thought they were cool. So this is going to be, I'm not going to sell them for that, but they're definitely going high because I'm going to start listing. I'm going to be hiring an assistant in a little bit. And there's a whole bunch of things that, besides just jewelry, I have my father's autographed books, other things. I need help, an assistant, and I'm going to start listing, and these will get listed. So if they don't sell, I will not be offended. There is 3 of them. It is your choice, and they start at $70 a piece. Your choice. There's 3. Glenn Yank. $70 starting bid. Honest to goodness, I was blown away. I just thought they were cool, man. Don't you love it when something, and they sell for $175 or more a piece? It's crazy. He was, and I was a punk rocker, so, but I never wore them. So this is one of them. It is very thick, polished, welded and shaped. They're unsigned, and so actually the unsigned sell for even more than the signed because they were his early ones. Polished aluminum. They are not hollow. This is one of them. And let me take this ring off and see if they fit on me. Does not fit over my knuckles right here. So let me measure. Ducky, they're so darn cool. They do not fit over, but they are almost 2.5 inches wide. Let me check the other side. Almost 2.5 inches. But, and 2.5 inches is a 7.25 wrist. So in theory, it should fit on my wrist, but it doesn't want to go over my knuckles. So you need a slender hand. See how my hand, I got little stubby fingers, and it's just a little thick right there. So I'm going to call these a size 7, and you need skinny fingers, skinny knuckles. Okay, size 7. So that's one. Here's the second one. Look him up. If nothing else, learn something from this, because I'm happy to list these and make double on each one. But I'm also happy to pass them on to my friends. So I thought I'd start off with that. And look at this one. And you either know or you don't know, but take a screenshot, look it up. They're unsigned, which, like I said, makes them more valuable. Thought I'd take a shot. Don't expect them to sell. Look at that. And listen to the noise. When I first did a Google image search, they came up as aluminum car parts for your radiator or something. I was like, no, let's do that again. So you would just tell me your choice starting at 70. George Yank. Take a screenshot, look it up. And they're so whimsical. I love it. And I wonder, is it possible? Ooh, yes. Okay. So the one didn't fit me at 2.5, but this one does. So this one will go over and is a 7.25. So it probably depends on the design. Why? I don't know. But anyway, if someone comes in, think about it, let me know. If you wanted all three, I would do all three for $180. Yep, I would do all three for $180. Okay. I know. Yes, right, except it won't go over. So what are you going to do? Okay, I will do a second auction piece, and then I'll do some buy it nows. Thank you, Ducky. So you're not exhausted? I mean, it's not a physical exhaustion. It's a mental exhaustion. I mean, I watched you. You were on there all day, girl. All day. This is, let me make sure that I know what I'm talking about. I believe I do. I still need new glasses. Yes, there's the 925. I just wanted to be sure. I hate it. I never want to lead someone astray. So this is going to start at $30 auction. It is sterling silver with a, I think that's a, okay, so listen, pearls are not my deal. Glass and plastic is mostly my deal. And industrial punk rock bracelets. I don't know if that's freshwater or not. It's very, very round, but it's cut off right at the bottom. It doesn't have the lines of the ones that are man-made. Man-made often have the lines. It is a real pearl. It is a very nice ring. And I did say starting at 30. Yep. Sterling ring, pearl, starts at 30. And it's a pretty good one. Here's the inside. I'll tell you the size in a minute. It's small. All these, I mean, I don't know. My fingers, this used to be a 7.5 prior to having a child. So, and you know something interesting, totally irrelevant to the sale, and the 925 is in there, but it's really worn. You need the loop to see it. I've been learning a lot. I'm not going to do this most likely. The Ozempics, using them to lose weight off box, stopping the food noise. there are people, they are now discovering, because of these medications that are out there, that in fact, people who like get pregnant and gain weight and then can't lose it, just don't lose it, like me, it's not that we are eating. I don't eat that much at all. It's not that we're overeating. It's not that any of that. It is simply that our metabolic system is different. Some people have a brain noise, it's genetic, and they're really making all those discoveries with using those GLP ones or whatever's off label. So, yeah, it's not that I just decided to remain big and, have larger fingers. It just runs in my family. So, this is a size 7. This is a size 7, and see, this is a 7.5. So, that's why it didn't fit. And it's really sweet, lovely pearl ring. If you have small fingers, it would be absolutely beautiful on you. And I didn't pull this over. I'm so sorry. The week of the 20th. Oh, jury duty. Good Lord. I'm so sorry. But I mean, it is important. 4/20 is my birthday. Go figure. Okay, so it's here if anyone changes their mind. And now I will do some buy it nows. However, I 4/20. That wasn't even a thing when I was growing up. Oh no. Yeah, I've never done it. I've never had to, and I felt really fortunate. So I'm going to put a piece. I lied. I'm going to do one more auction piece because I need to get up. My partner just came back and I need to go grab something from them. So this is, before I do that, pretty sure this is it's either the 925 or the gold filled, and I want to be sure before I put this piece up. I knew a couple weeks ago. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I definitely got to go do my eyes. Wow. It's a 925, although it looks gold. So I'm confused. I figured it would be a gold filled. And I'll look at that again when I get back. Gold, teeny tiny box chain with this beautiful copper pendant. I married them together. I could do them separately. We could talk about that when I get back. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the artist on here is, of course, very hard to read. It's something like a Gilles. Griug. It's very hard to tell what it says. I'll show you. I'll give you a starting bid. See? It's very distinctive, but it starts with a G. It's very hard to read. So the two together, and it is kind of tangled up. Sorry about that. Very thin box chain. How come it won't work for me? There you go. It won't work. Why not? It worked yesterday. It worked yesterday. Hold on. I got one more option over here. It worked. I could stand it up yesterday. And everyone could see it. Still. That's unbelievable to me. Oh, good Lord. That's craziness. Okay. What do I? Soda can? There. Okay. The chain and the pendant starting bid of $48. And I will be back in a minute or less. Okay, I'm back with my funny little my funny little auction tower. Sorry about that. I gotta find the right way to do that. So, if I was to break these up and just sell the pendant, it would start at 33 and I would keep the chain. Here's the back. It's a vintage copper cut piece. It's pretty slender, but it's absolutely lovely. I just thank you, Tucky. Oh yeah, the sitting and jury duty. I mean, hopefully, Ducky, you have to be gone the whole week. You, if anyone changes their mind or is interested, let me know. Do you have to be gone the whole week? You can't. Do you know that for a fact? You've already been there and been chosen and been told that you need to take a week out as opposed to, a day. So that's what that was. And then only. Yeah, it can change depending on what kind of case you're getting into. Wow. It's nothing, Ducky. It's all going to be okay. I bet it's hot up there, Ducky. It's about 80 here. It's been like cool. And last night it actually got down frost. And then today just so that's typical spring for here. And actually it's typical in your area as well. Yep, it's typical in your area as well. Okay, this is a buy it now for 15. Oh Lord, yep. Oh, Barb. Yes, you may. Barb, are you secretly a punk rocker? Do you resell? Wow, that is fantastic. If you resell, or if you just, these, so you looked it up. Yeah, Ducky's jealous. These are incredible. I just knew I loved them, but I had no idea what I had. Barb, you absolutely can. Thank you. No, right? But they're industrial. They're art. Do a YouTube dive into him and his studio. Wow. No, I wouldn't. I'm reselling them because they don't fit me correctly. Otherwise, they wouldn't be going anywhere. Thank you, honey. Let me put them in a bag for you. And I'm going to put them in a plastic bag because if I put them in a nice organza bag, they're just going to rip it. And that doesn't make sense to me. And I don't remember at this moment what you bought, but I think it was a little more delicate. So the twain shall not meet when they're packed. Thank you. Okay. So where was I? Oh, I know. See, but that's part of the fun of being a reseller is you can wear, I mean, I bought these beautiful like slag glass pink, this fabulous orange seed pods with beads, so much stuff. And then I wear it now, these and these I'll probably never let go. But I wear this stuff, and then if I get tired of it, I sell it and I buy something else, or I buy a whole bunch from someone and then I keep one item and sell the other 5. Yeah, let Ducky know. She's dope. So this is a buy it now for 15. This is probably 1970s. It is plastic. I love my plastic, and that's just the way it is. It is on cord. These beads, and this is what my favorite thing is. I've never seen this. That is some of it, I believe. Let me double check if some of it is lucite. I believe some of it reacted. It's plastic fantastic is what I call it. If Heidi, my friend Heidi, was here, she would tell you. Plastic fantastic. Let me see if it glows. Yep, funky 1970s. I mean, it's just so good. So the white, the plastic, so you can't see that. The plastic down here, the purple, yellow, oranges, greens, and blues do not glow, but the white beads glow. Just a slight green. See the green? That dates them as well. This could actually be earlier than the 70s. It just reminds me so much of the 70s that that's what I'm calling it. And there you are. Now, look, it would go with these. Yep. So it is about 18 inches long. And I adore it. I don't know what to say. I love plastic. So think about it. It's here. I have it. I actually have a lot of plastic that I really love. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do like a week of just plastic. Let's do another $15. Oh, I dropped this. Send me a picture of the snacks, Ducky, for jury duty or just in general. I dropped this to 15 because I don't remember how much I paid for it. It is from it is a World War II sweetheart brooch, heavy mother of pearl, 1940s, World War II, that was never engraved. And I dropped it to 15 because it's not moving. And I'm trying to bring deals. Look at this mother of pearl. I don't know. These were made, where were they made? Not Japan, not the United States. They were made in another country. Lord, I can't remember now. And then what would happen with these World War II? They were always mother of pearl like this. They were all carved in these different designs, very thick and heavy. They would engrave their sweethearts or their wife's or their mother's name. They would have it engraved across here. This is a blank. It's all hand carved. Super thick. Look at that. There is the back, really old crude pin rollover. I wish I could remember. And I love this. I don't know what this symbolism is right there. It's old mother of pearl. And it does have some pinks and greens. It's just not showing up so great here. I would say it's at least 1/8 of an inch thick, and it is 2 1/4 inches long and 1 1/4 inches wide. And if you wanted to get it engraved and give it to your sweetheart, it is, why can't we do that, right? It's 1 2/3 of an inch before the decoration, which again, so the rollover is this way. So it should go that way, but I don't know. You can look these up. It was really common. I kind of wonder, like, was this bought by someone and then they didn't get a chance to engrave it, or I don't know. I love it though. I would engrave it, or Barb has bought it, sold to Barb. Thank you. I honestly, or get silver and glue it. I don't know. And I know I'm selling this for low, but I'm okay with that. Thank you, Barb. Excellent buy. Honestly, I've been asking like 35 and 40 for this, so thank you. Sweetheart. And usually they're not, you don't find them blank. Usually you find them and they've got a name, Caroline or Mom or, something on them. This one does not. Well, yeah, and this antique hand carved mother of pearl, yummy. So see, for instance, that won't go next to the bracelets, Barb, I promise. Okay, let's do another $15 piece. Oh, I'm gonna bring these up again. These have not sold. These are my little froggies. They are turquoise. They are probably from the 70s, maybe the 80s. They probably from a trading post somewhere in the desert. Not necessarily. They are post earrings, little froggies, hand carved. And they're buy it now 15. Buy it now 15. Ducky likes these little froggies. These were my mother's. I don't tend to wear stud earrings. And I have a lot of my mother's jewelry. And yes, a lot of my mother's jewelry and family jewelry. So she passed 3 years ago, towards the end of June. It'll be 3 years. My dad was a year last month. So see these little frogs and their little eyes. Their little eyes. I've been down this rabbit hole before. Let's go down it again. Their little eyes are inset tiny little chips of carnelian. And they're so small. And that is turquoise, even with the translucent looking going on over there. That threw me for a loop for a little bit. They're just adorable. And they're post earrings. And they're like about a half an inch. They're really sweet. They're really sweet. And here's the other one. See, his foot has this brown translucent. And that threw me. But, turquoise is found with copper and quartz. So that's just old turquoise. That's all it is. Yep. And they didn't take that off. Okay. Moving on. It's here. We changed your mind. Let's do let's do this. Is a buy it now at 20. Thank you for looking. Thank you, Ducky. She was a really artistic person, and she loved the desert. Well, I grew up camping from the time I was a baby. She loved all nature. Hence why I'm here. This was their, they built this place. They bought the land and built this pretty much themselves. So I learned a lot from her. So this is a seed bead loomed belt. It's incredible. It is a buy it now for $20. Now, again, it doesn't fit me anymore because I used to wear stuff like this. So, but I can't anymore. It's too small. There's the toggle, and this is older. I mean, I can tell that this is an older piece. Some of the bracelets, I haven't been able to tell. It is a bronze. And the lighter bronze beads have pink and green sparkle. Hold on, it's a little hard to show in entirety. I'm surprised that this is in such incredible. See the shine? There's pink in there. Just a little bit to make it really pop and be sexy. And I'll tell you how long it is in a minute. It's pretty long. And then, so I want to look at this. Right here, there's some string, but there's no place on there where I see that anything is actually coming apart. And then it has toggle. I mean, the closure for the toggle, really long. So just like the disco belts, this can do two things. If you are that small, you can toggle it around here, and then this hangs down your pants. Just like how, the disco belts, the conch belts, it depended on your waist size, but this, traditionally would hang. So let me tell you how long it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And this is definitely a 1960s, 1970s piece. Let me measure. And what I will do for you, or you can do yourself if you buy it, just put a spot with a toothpick of Gorilla Glue on those couple of places where the thread is, or I will do it for you. And nothing's going anywhere. Someone wore this. That's why it's like that, because that's where the toggle closure is. And someone obviously used the first one and the rest of it hung down. And that's why that happened. So 7, 14, 21, 28. It's about 30 inches all the way around. So 30-inch waist. So it without the toggles. 30-inch, and then the toggles, if you needed to use any part of that, is another about 12 inches. So the main part is 30 inches, and the toggles brings it up to 42. And it's just that's your whole outfit with jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah. Okay. It'll take the right person, but that's okay. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this aside and go ahead and do the Gorilla Glue myself this weekend. Gorilla Glue, if you use super glue, whatever, fine. But I have found Gorilla Glue to be incredible, especially if you want to save stuff like that. From breaking, you just put that on a piece of thread, or you put it on whatever. So many things, metals, plastics, nothing goes anywhere. Okay, let's do another $20 piece, and then I'm going to do an auction and some 25. I jump around. So this is a buy it now of 20. It is a late 50s, 60s bar pin. Look at those rhinestones. Buy it now for 20. The clear glass stones in here. Look at the cut coming up to a point. Really phenomenal. Smaller, medium, large, medium, small. Of course, it shines out in the sun. And this is the back. It is not bent. It is not wonky. Very surprising. The pin back comes out just that much. So scarf pin, bar pin. You could put it like this, however, sideways, however you would like. Let me put it up. Okay, Ducky, no problem. It's a really nice one, and main reason it's really nice, is that a maker? No. For me, it's the quality of the glass rhinestones. After all this time, you can still see the carved like flower in there. And it does. See, the minute I move it away from the computer and I'm in my ring light, it's putting out all the, so that's it. It's putting out all the colors so it's probably crystal, because it's putting out all the, pinks, orange, blues, but it's not AB coated. So it's probably actually crystal, maybe Austrian crystal even. So that makes it that makes it pretty valuable. 3 inches, little tiny bit longer than 3 inches. I wish I could show you all that. A little bit. There's no AB coating. You saw it's like crystal clear. But yeah, I just realized it's crystal. That's cut crystal. So $20 is actually a steal. This probably will come back another time at a higher price. Okay. Let's do some $25 pieces. And I will have a sip of water. Thank you all for looking. Thank you for being here. And especially if you were at the resellers rally. You're probably tired. And it is Easter weekend. Does everyone have Easter plans? I said my plan at the beginning. It's very simplistic, but something I do every year that I love. Okay. I just did something with rhinestone, so let's not do that right now. Let's do this vintage glass necklace. This is gorgeous. And I can put it in if Ducky isn't back. That's fine. This is copper. See, I use organza bags, but they will catch on like the jump ring or the rod. So there's some pieces like those bracelets. I just won't store it in there. This is a buy it now at 25, which I do believe at that price. I think I'm oh, yeah, that makes sense. So here's the copper. I think at 25, this is, look at the chain lengths. This is older. I don't know if it's 50s or older than that based on the chain and the beads. And quite frankly, I put it in there and I'm realizing it should have been an auction piece, but it's not. So there we are. These are, this goes all the way down it. They have, sometimes I have to take a step back. They are a light green rondelles, and they are see how they're pointed? They're not prong set, they're inset, but they're pointed light green rondelles in between. These are not hollow. They have a rod, but they are very old. See all the edging with the yellow? Kind of like a slag glass, kind of like a, I just looked these up and I lost the name. So let me show you the entire piece. So there's a clasp. I usually would bring a piece like this starting at 45 or 50. But I was looking for some things to throw in and I threw it in. So if someone buys it today, you're getting a steal. And I'm good with that. And there's the bottom bead. And I don't know why it keeps, I think this is flipped over. Ta-da. Why is it doing that? Stop it. Oh, there it is. Ta-da. Okay, got it. These are really excellent. This will never come back at this price. This is a very, this is check glass carved. You can feel the carvings. There's long lines and then they're shaped in like this hexagonal. Each one is slightly different, kind of like slag glass yellow. Very Easter, right? I didn't even think about that. And it is, if you put it on, let me just try to do it like this. If you were wearing it, this middle piece is going to be about 18 inches. About 18 inches. Yeah. Okay. And, you know, not everyone loves vintage beads. I do, and I know Leslie does. I actually have a whole stash of beads that I started collecting that were old back in the 70s, and then I've been collecting up again because I'm going to be, that are not on necklaces anymore, that are going to be repurposed by me into something. So this will be coming back, where it was in the first place at $45. Okay, thank you for looking, though. I really appreciate it. You do too, Ducky? Yeah, you do. You talked to me about how you and your mom used to make jewelry together, just like my daughter and I. Yes. Okay, this is simplistic, but this is fantastic. $25. Ooh. Me too. I just need to find the time to do it. Like my new brooch I got with the donkey and the cactus and the gentleman. Old Mexican, like 1960s. I got that from my friend Kat. You all know Kat. Some of you do. She was at the resellers rally. Okay, this is carved, very old milk glass necklace beads with tiny white seed bead spacers necklace. $25. Buy it now. Opera links. Opera links. That is it in two parts. It is just white. You can double it, triple it. It is, and it's heavy. I think this is older than 1960s. And there is no coating. That is just the carved beads. And I'm saying milk glass because that's what I'm presuming that it is. Okay. They are not hollow. And see the tiny little spacers, seed beads in there? So whenever you see older beads like this, if they're not on a metal chain of some sort or on a rod, and even if they're on a rod, there is often something here to cushion them from each other so that they don't bang each other up and tear each other apart. And this is what you call opera links. So here's, and it shines and shines in the sun. So they could have alternatively hand knotted in between each bead, but often they'll put some type of a spacer so that they don't. So how long is that, y'all? It's at least 30 inches. And you could double it and layer. There's no clasp. You could probably, once you put it on, even triple it. Or let me put this and show you. Without taking too much time. So, yeah, it goes down below my belly button. So you could wear it where this was like that. And then it hung down. And then that way it's going down, still down to your belly button. You could wear this doubled. You could wear this and tie a knot in it. You could easily clip where a seed bead is, a pendant or a brooch. Yeah, it's got loads of possibilities. So just because it's plain white, I wish I had something as an example. But just because it's plain white, don't let that throw you, because it would match pretty much any and every colored item that you wanted to layer this with or add to it. And I truly believe, I'm not going to do it in the interest of time, that you could triple this. And whenever it's over 30 inches, which this is probably 36, 3 feet, it's called opera length. Okay. Gonna do one more 25, and you're gonna, they feel so good, Ducky. It's true. This is going to be a buy it now auction. Old beads, really old beads. There was just an example, but she had 11 in a different color on the resellers rally, with a lot of other older beads. And it is going to be a starting bid of 35. Now, there are 2 beads with condition issues. It came like that. I don't really care, but they're wedding cake beads. No, excuse me. Lamp work beads with some type of a blue stone. I don't know what. Orange glass beads, some gold tone spacers, a few pieces of tiger's eye, and additional old Murano Italian beads. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Starting at 35. And it's, how long is this? This too is, that's probably about 28 inches long. Yeah, about 28 inches. It was handmade. It is on cord. So these blue beads, I do not know the stone. These are glass. This is tiger's eye. There's some rondelles. Let me pull that over. This is one of those, it's purple with the lavender line, lamp work, blown beads. I hope it's coming across. You can see the light through it. A lot of rondelles. And then here's the blue carved in a different shape. I don't know. Ducky, you have any idea what this blue bead is? Because I really don't, but I love it. And then now here, look at this. So let me try to get this. It's hard to hold this. See here, these are a brown with red, oranges, greens, blues on a black base. Each one is unique. There's 5 of them. This too is an old vintage bead. Oh, sorry. I just clicked my... Here's another one. Again, each one is unique. The colors in this, so basically the colors of this is blues, oranges, reds. Here's another old lamp work. Murano. They are glass. Well, all the beads are glass. This, Ducky, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. These are glass. I don't know if these are stone or glass. It's that I don't know. I do know they have white within them. So they're not just a light blue. You see the white? But then that one's pretty clear. So it's a mystery. Now, is this one of the ones? Yes. Okay, so see here. This one, where is it? Right there. It's like a marble. Boom. Bummer, right? But you're not necessarily going to see it when you're wearing it. And $35, Leslie from Black Dog Vintage was just saying how each one of these beads, in perfect shape, of course, the large ones, are worth $20 a piece. So there's only 2 beads on here. This one also has a ding, smaller, right there. I had to really look for it. Yeah, I don't know, Ducky. It's a really good question. And then look at this bead. And all the rondelles. This one has a tiny, tiny nick. You can't really hardly see it or feel it. And so there you go. There's 5 of those, and there's all the different lamp work. There's a couple tiger's eye. This one has pink. So if you were just buying this for the beads, you couldn't buy all these beads for $35. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You could not buy all these old beads for $35. There's 2 on here that, are potentially problematic. So 3 of these lampwork beads would be $60, let alone the small ones and all the rest of it. So as a necklace, it's absolutely beautiful, and I don't care at all about the nicks, cracks, or bumps. Or if you wanted to take it apart and repurpose it, I wouldn't do any of it. I would leave it alone. It's too heavy for me. I bought it for myself. It's too heavy for my neck. That's the only reason I'm getting off of it. Yep, that's the only reason. And I'm not sure if I'm going to show this again or not. And not at this price, but I'm not sure if I'm going to show it at all. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, oh, that's just the way I work. So if anyone's watching on the replay, I will honor these prices through Easter Sunday. Okay. This old vintage lapis ring, and it's definitely older. The teeth that are holding the lapis on are not done with a jeweler's saw. So it's at the very least early 50s. It is sterling silver. Starts at $50. So I don't know if you all know what that means. I didn't know, because since I'm only just starting in the last several months to sell semi-precious vintage, I'm learning a lot. And I didn't know, you see the prongs? That's what I'm calling the sawtooth. See the prongs? See how everyone is cut different heights? Some are triangular. That one's kind of round and disappeared. Then there's another one. That means it's artisan made before I think early 1950s is when a jeweler's saw came out, where when you made this with the silver, you could saw the prong setting in that sterling silver. So that's another way to also date Native American or indigenous to this continent people's work by the prong settings in the silver. And then it's a very, very high piece of lapis. There's the band. It's a really large piece of lapis. Really nice setting. I'm assuming it's, I know that it's 925. It's sterling silver. I'm assuming that there's no maker's name, but I'm assuming it indeed is most likely a native piece. Maybe not. Maybe it says, the 70s. What is that? The 70s, and they just chose to hand do it. But I don't think so. Good Lord, I just had it and then I lost it. Yeah, see, there is an old mark in here. It's not 925. There's a very worn out maker's mark that I can't begin to read. I have no idea what it says. And I would show you guys, but there's just like one part here and then nothing, and then one part over there. So it's not going to help anything. It's not going to help anything. It is 5 1/4. 5 1/4 is the size. And it's also, I mean, look at the blue in that lapis. And yeah, I think it's fantastic. Fantastic. But it's way too small for me. I know. Well, I wish my camera, Ducky, you need to text me, tech lady, IT girl, how to make my camera stop adjusting every time I move. I want it to stay this bright at all times. Period. There it is. It's dark, dark, dark blue. Like navy blue. Boom. And just for the heck of it, and then let's move on back to some $15 buy it now items. It is almost an inch in length, and the lapis stands up 1/4 of an inch tall. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Boom. Okay, it's going over here. It's going over here. Okay, I'm going to do some, thank you for looking. Thank you for being here. It's a beautiful ring. It's just way too small for me. And there's not enough sterling on the back to have it expanded. I would have to like ruin the whole band and probably take away the maker's mark by adding all new silver. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So $15. Let's do this one. Let's do this. This is something totally different. I haven't done anything like this all day. Yeah, see, and that's another way that I know very often that things are vintage, because people were so tiny. So jewelry was so tiny, and it would fit here or here. Yeah. Okay, this is a buy it now for $15. It is a pendant brooch, and it is by, it's a very collectible line of costume jewelry. Oh my Lord. Come on. Park Lane. Park Lane brooch. Park Lane. Well, right, Ducky. And there are still very smaller people than me out there. Absolutely. But in general, our population across the world has gotten bigger. I think it's what we eat. It's the fact that we sit in front of computers instead of out there working the farm. It's a million reasons. So this Park Lane brooch and pendant is extremely collectible. I don't know what city sky scene that is, but it is totally three-dimensional. What you see is exactly how it looks. I love that. You can look up Park Lane. This is Park Lane. This is probably in 1960s, early 70s at the most. But it is three-dimensional like that. It's so cool. And it's a pretty big one. Here is the back. There is the pendant. So it's got two. So it's really, because this is a heavy piece, so it's really going to hold on a chain. Here is the clasp, and right there is Park Lane. It's a cool piece. Hi, Jesse. Zen. Good job, Zen. Zen, this is so cool. Zen, you can wear this. Brooches. Did you know? Hi, Zen. I hope you're doing well. So does Zen. Zen, did you know that the number one jewelry accessory this year for men is brooches? Fact. I love that. All of us YouTubers and resellers hashtag bring back the brooch all 2025, starting in 2024. And this year, it's the main thing on the runway with men as an accessory. Thank you, Zen. It's going back in its bag. How's it going tonight, Zen? Do you have Easter plans? Ooh, I need a snack. I'm gonna eat when I'm done, but I'm not there yet. I mean, not everyone has Easter plans, but I can ask. Okay, what? Where's the other one? Here it is. These probably, well, they're AB, aren't they? Yes, they are AB. So these are early 1950s. Clip on. Beautiful long hand prong set on the top. Clip-on earrings, $15. Oh my Lord. I love that, Zen. Good for you. Good for you. Well, I had avocado on garlic naan bread for breakfast and yogurt, 15 grams of protein. And I have a banana sitting over there, but I forgot to eat it. These are really cool. So see what I mean by hand? See how long these prongs are? Mm-hmm. And these are pretty big. They've got all the stuff. I love that they have the movement on the chain. There's the shine. It's got all of that. And there's the clip. I'm surprised. I say this a lot, but this is one of those things. I'm surprised they don't have a maker because they're just done really well. Fact of the matter is, this is one of those. They're probably 1.5 inches long. Oh, ducky, you better be better about it. I agree. I would love to take these and find a way. I think I've said this before. Find a way to cut this off and make these into wire hanging earrings. But I'm not good enough to do that because it would need something. We need to go all the way up here to make it into that. So, yeah, I don't. And I also really don't want to deconstruct my cool vintage jewelry. Not really. It's okay, Jessie. Thank you for being here. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Share me out. Those are options. So, and if you're just coming in and you think you might have missed something, you can always go back and look. See what's going on. This is $15. I think it's I had a hard time with this one determining. You know what? I'm gonna make this a buy it now for 10. I have a really hard time determining if this is older or newer. So we're just gonna make it a buy it now for 10. It is a pink cameo brooch, and it's got all the hallmarks of being from the 70s, like a Barbie pink kind of brooch. I've seen them listed. A lot of pink cameos are from the 60s and 70s, and this style with the inset rhinestones. So I can't tell. And it is a little bit. You see that when I do that, it's a little bit darker pink like that. She doesn't have the well, yes, she does. She does have the Grecian nose, the sharp pointed nose. She has the long flowing hair. But there's rhinestones inset here and here. But this makes me, it's not Temu, but I can't really date it. I can't, it's not shell, but it is a soft, no, it's plastic. It's plastic. There you go. So yeah, I don't know, but I think it's pretty. If you like Barbie or you have a kid who likes Barbie, boom. But it's not Temu. There, if you take a screenshot of this and look it up, there's a lot around $15 to $18 that are very similar to this design, but they're not. When it's a Temu brooch, because I just bought 3 brooches from someone that I didn't realize. I should have done my homework better before I put in a bid. When I do an image, if this was a Temu, it would take me right to the Temu site. They have those features in there because they want to sell you stuff. So it's not. It's not. It's not. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to do a couple auction pieces. I am bringing this because it doesn't, what is Temu? Oh, Zen. You don't know what Temu is? Don't get involved. You know what Temu is, don't you? Don't get involved. Chinese company making poisonous modern jewelry. You know, yeah, I went on a rant about that and the workers and the toxicity and nope, won't do it. Knockoff items, Ducky, and the factory workers. No, just no. The materials, the everything is bad, bad. So this is a buy it now of $20. I don't think you'll find this deal with most resellers. I have been steadily bringing this for 50, 45, 40, and I paid I think I paid 40. It is a Bakelite creamed spinach. Yeah. Yeah. Ducky. The real answer is an overstock website, but they don't screen their products, so listers will sell cheap crap. That's right. That's right. And it's a lot of people when it first came out were screaming and kicking about it because they were like they're data mining us, all of our info. So just stay away from it. Okay, so this is a creamed spinach Bakelite bracelet. Extremely collectible. My computer is doing that thing where it's taking a minute. It is a buy it now for $20. It is a too small of a size for me, or it wouldn't go anywhere. And it's washed out. You can get good deals, but I'm not interested. I like to reuse, redo. Here I am selling vintage, right? I buy vintage. So this is cream spinach Bakelite is very collectible. This is, you see the oranges and the greens and the whites also inside. $20 is for buy it now. So cheap. I'm losing half of what I paid, but it doesn't fit me. It's funny because the person I bought this from 2 years ago actually said it was my size. And that is why I bought it. And, they're an expert on everything. Been doing this for years and years, and they don't question them. And it does measure across 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches would usually be 7.25 wrist size. They're not wrong in that. But what they are wrong in is that it concaves inward. So by concaving inward, it is taking this down to, hold on. I would go with slender hand. I mean, my hand's not that big at all. I would go with a slender hand, skinny fingers, and I would say it's a size 6.5. $20 cream spinach Bakelite. And this camera is not doing its this camera is not doing it justice. It's not showing. There's too many ring lights. All the colors. There's so much oranges and swirls of light and dark green, and it's not showing. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, yes, Ducky. Well, that's what happened to me. I mean, the person who, so this is going down, it won't come back at 20 again. I mean, I'll stash it away for a long time, and that's cool. I know that my friend, reseller, acquaintance who sold it to me, was not trying to rip me off. That wasn't what was going on. They didn't know any better. It looked vintage. It was really cool images. And so, that's what happened. But they weren't trying to rip me off. Okay, we're going to do an auction piece now. We're going to do an auction piece now that starts at $45. I believe it to be, it's a green, likely check glass, huge starburst brooch, gold tone. The auction is going to start at, sorry, Tylenol time. The auction is going to start at, what did I say? 45. Because I believe it is a D&E. And it's a huge one. It's 3 inches, or it's either 2.5 or 3 inches across. 1950s. This is, and if you take a screenshot, you will see a lot of listings of people who say Juliana D&E. Now, people will just say that. People will just say that, and they don't know what they're talking about. I'm careful when I say that. But I also, in doing my research, I know her kind of design. Starburst theme is common. And there is a couple pieces verified as that out there. So it is domed. It is beautiful. May you see the back, Happy Ducky, of no. Of course. There's the swedge. The metal puddling is really good. Ducky. It's a really, really well made. There is no signature, but here's the thing. So this is where D&E can become very problematic. In saying something's Juliana or D&E become very problematic because they're not, most of it's not signed. They collaborated with so many companies and the designs. And so most of it is not signed, and you can't, it's hard to attribute unless you get it verified. And I'm not doing that. So I want to say that around the edges on the front, right here, these are AB. That's another, clue. These are green, but this and these, see the AB colors right there? And I love these huge pieces of glass. And it's this big dome. I mean, it's huge. Wouldn't that make a beautiful tiara piece? You don't think it's a Juliana? Tell me why, Ducky. I mean, I've been doing this longer than you, but you tell me why you think that. Because you tell me why you think that. I've been doing this for since the 70s. But tell me why. Seriously, tell me why. Tell me why. They did 50s, 60s. Tell me Tell me why. And I'm honestly not trying to be combative. I just want to know why you think that. It is 2.5 inches wide. No, I just want to know why you would think it's not a Juliana piece. I want to know why. You know what? You could text me and just say that. I mean, not say that. You could text me and tell me why you don't think it is. I do think it is. It has the ABs on the sides. These are AB. These are AB. This is dark green. This is light green. It's got the swedge back. And there is dark green starburst Juliana out there. So I don't know. Okay, Ducky. We can put it down, but yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with keeping it until it goes to the right person. And Ducky, text me and tell me why you think that. Seriously. I'm not mad at you. I'm just surprised that you would say that. And I'm curious why. I'm curious. Whoops. Oh no, what happened? Oh, Barb. Yes, you may. Didn't I just I thought I took that off. I'm sorry. Yes, Barb. Thank you, Barb. They're very sweet. Thank you. And yes, please feed your dog. I have a dog and a cat, and they're best friends. So it's important that we take care of them. I completely understand. Thank you, Barb. I hope you have a good. I think that means you're gonna go for the night. They were my mom's, and if you're leaving for the night, have a wonderful Sunday, whatever that means to you. Easter, whatever that means to you. Okay. They don't have earring backs on them. If you're still here, they don't have earring backs. So I'm going to assume that you have earring backs you can put on them. And I'm going to put her name on there. Ducky, just to be clear, I know you've been around this community for 5 months and you're all over the place in everyone's channel with lots and lots of resellers. So I know that you have knowledge. I know that you have knowledge. At this point, it's like you've been in a college for 6 months. Okay, good, Barb. So I know that. I'm not belittling that at all. I'm actually just genuinely curious. Ow. Oh my good Lord. Hold on. Oh, did that. No, well, but you do too. So you're a mod on my channel and I trust you to be my mod. I let you in a little slow, but I'm starting to let you in a little more. And I appreciate everything you do for me. So please text me while you're saying that, because if I have something really wrong, I don't want to say that to my friends and customers and my circle of friends. So that's important to me. That is important to me. Oh, this is a buy it now of 25. This is a sterling silver rolled chain short necklace. It's probably 16 inches with a cut crystal pendant necklace. That's a lot of words, Ducky. $25. Buy it now. It's a lot of words. Ducky, you watch, you're like constantly on everyone. So I know that you know a lot. I mean, that's how you learn, is you get on and you pay attention and you learn. And you get books and you get it in your hands. It is also really important. So this is a 925. Here's the world change. It is really important to put things in your hand physically so you can tell the difference. When you hold things, it's constantly, it's different than just looking at books. Kind of like when I'm not saying this to put you down. Again, I'm just having a conversation. When I became a social worker, it was one thing to read all the books and do all the classwork. It was a total another thing to go out there and do the practicum, right? Do the 1 year, at the locked ward hospital. Just like you with a caregiver, going through school is one thing, but then when you walk in the house, and you're dealing with people, you take all that knowledge and then you're in it, right? So, I have no idea anything about your life. For all you know, your house is hoarded up with boxes and boxes of vintage jewelry. Yeah, I have no idea. So this is a really cool, teeny tiny old vintage cut crystal. It's almost like an Easter egg, right? Teeny tiny little one. So cool. On this rolled over sterling silver chain. It's tiny. It's like maybe an inch long. And like I said, this I think is a 16-inch chain. And I think the size of this crystal in here is perfect. Oh, I'm not an expert either, Ducky. That's why, yeah. Thank you. No, don't refrain, Ducky. Don't refrain. Ducky. Okay, you have that wrong. I don't want you to refrain. I wanted you to tell me. It's half an inch long. The crystal is half an inch long. I don't want you to refrain, Ducky, because even though I've been doing this for ever, I'm always learning. And if someone says to me, and the chain 18, it's 18 inches long, the chain. I have to say that it's like we're in a domestic over here. Sorry, you guys. I am always learning, and I'm not an expert, and I never will be, and I absolutely can get it wrong. Absolutely. So $25. Buy it now. Yeah, I absolutely can get it wrong. And I always say that. So this is a good time to say that. I'm going to say that. I know just enough to be dangerous. I've been doing this for many decades, but I don't know everything. And I do a lot of research and I spend a lot of time with items that are unusual or that catch my eye or that I get in my hands and I'm like, just like I immediately figured out when I got those brooches in my hand. Oh my God, it's Temu, But I know just enough to be dangerous. I am always learning. And sometimes I am going to say something and I will sell you something and it can be wrong. And if you buy something and you get it in your hands and it is not what I said, or you disagree with me, or there's a flaw, or, not just that you don't like it, please email me and we can have the item returned, because I don't know everything. I learn every day. I watch other resellers all the time. because, and not just about jewelry, still about household vintage, because there's so much to know. And I learn something from someone every day. I can't tell you how many times I tell other resellers, wow, I said that to Leslie today. She said something about these beads. I didn't know that they were worth $20 a piece. I didn't know hollow versus not hollow meant lamp work versus wedding cake or whatever. I didn't know any of that, and the value. But I learned from her today, and I said, oh, wow, thank you. Because, yeah, whoops. No. Sorry. Nobody, nowhere. Hi, stars. How are you? And hi, nobody, nowhere. Well, I will. Yes. Well, I felt it was important since it came up. I thought I got rid of that. And then I welcome nobody, nowhere. I thought it was important to discuss that because we were having a thing and we're a team. So I think that was important. Stars, how are you? Did you get my email where I don't have your information? Somehow, I think you might have thought you sent me your information, and I did respond to you, so you have the correct address now. You might have put a .com instead of a .net because .net is so old. So we weren't having a thing. I think we were kind of having a thing, and we just needed to get it straight that I want your feedback. I appreciate your feedback, and then I could say all my disclaimers about stuff. That is important. That's important to me. So this is buy it now at $20. It is a rolled, wrapped kind of like helix, Helix, seed bead necklace, black and silver. Oh. I'm really sorry to hear that, Star. I was a caregiver for 5 years for first mom and then dad, and so I get it. I'm prayers to you. And hooray for the good performance review. So this is a buy it now for 20. Yeah, that's right. And I gotta say, I have found that as a caregiver and with, the passing of people, life doesn't stop. And there's my mom passed, and 3 weeks later, I was down at the Madonna Inn with my daughter, shoring up the last details of her wedding. And talk about out of body experiences. Life doesn't stop. And it was just we were crying and laughing all at the same time. Yeah. Yep. And some days I still do that. It's weird. I am a full-grown adult. Oh, thank you, stars. I'm a full-grown adult, but I so often feel like I'm an orphan all of a sudden. Yeah, my daughter getting married and her beloved Nana, my mother, passing. I mean, it's and they lived in the same house, and I was there as a caregiver. They lived in the in-law apartment. So it's just what, but there you go. So I love this. Look at this. So much work went into making this. This thing is incredible. And the shine on this, I cannot date this. No idea the age. I just know that I love it, and I think $20 is a really good price. There is 2 toggles, or not toggles, closures, but I do believe this one is flat. So I think the only one that was really used was this one. It is this long with the first closure. So it is about 20. So it could be up here, 18 inches long, or down here, 20 inches. And this took someone hours. It's solid. It's not hollow. It's just round and round and round and round and round, made, with thread. You can see the cord right there. Isn't that incredible? Just incredible. It's a start. It does it, and particularly because I chose to wear a black shirt, right? I don't know if it doesn't sell stars. I'll keep it. If it doesn't sell, I will keep it because I just love the way they did that. Yeah. Thank you, stars. That was very nice. Thank you for the compliment. And Ducky, I adore you. And since you have come into my little reselling world, I cannot tell you how easy you make my life. Honestly, good Lord. Reselling is a lot of work, and to not have a mod, so much. Oh, Star, since you're here, so I appreciate the bejesus out of you, and you know that. But just like any good friends, sometimes we're gonna, So, this is a buy it now for 15. And since you're here, I was going to show it anyway, but now you're here, so let's show it. I just showed another beaded. This is a black, pink, and red loomed seed bead bracelet, but it's thicker than the one you bought yesterday, stars. No, I'm not upset either, Ducky. It's like any friends. It's like any relationship. You get a little rough edges, you get a little tiny disagreement, and you got to talk it out. And I know I'm live, but I'm going to talk it out while I'm live because I don't want it hanging out there and having, people thinking, ooh, they're having a domestic. They're having, I'm never coming back here again. I want to get it, finish, bye. So this is a buy it now of 15. And there's my camera correcting colors. It's got 2 toggle closures. 2 different ways to close it. And my camera is making it look lighter than it is. The red is like a cherry red. Cherry red. I wonder if it would help on here. Well, I think you can see what I see on my computer screen, and then when I watch back on YouTube sometimes, totally different. I think I see the cherry red here. But through the whole red all the way through here is like a cherry soda red. Really. And I think it's gorgeous. And again, it's just that little too snug for me, or I would keep one of these. So this one is probably almost 2 inches wide. And again, it's going to be like a 6.5 to a 6.75. Youch! Dropping things. And you can see it was made with black thread, loomed. Yep, that's fine. Oh, and I was bringing this today. It's in my box because I just got the seed bead collection stars. So I wasn't, I didn't pull it up just because you were here. But since you were here, I'm like, I might as well show it now. Did you have a good time at the resellers rally, stars? I was there watching quite a bit of it, but I didn't comment a lot. I was mostly listening to a lot of people I really respect and trying to learn a lot of what they were showing and what it was and its value and and watch their format and all of that. Like I've never seen Gina before, and I was just so impressed with Gina and Jen's Gems. I've never seen her channel before, and I was like, wow, that's Jen. Whoa, how fabulous. So yeah, you didn't go to the rally, stars, today with Raven's Chest? Are you sure you weren't there? I must be crazy, but people have told me that before. People have told me that before. So this is a amber sterling silver on a sterling silver necklace, 19 inches long. And it is going to start at $48, starting bid of $48. Necklace. Oh, that's so weird. Why did I think you were there? Who knows? Did anyone know ASL? That would be I forgot, but so that's not the right sign. But I forgot. I don't know. I only know the smallest amount of American Sign Language. I took class 1 and 2. My daughter actually took all 5 classes, but decided not to go further with it. So, and there is a reseller, mostly different like crafting supplies, household stuff. She's really nice. Angie's Oddities. Her job is as a translator in ASL. And I remember working at Fremont Hospital. So there's the 925. It is a box chain, really small box chain. I remember working at Fremont Hospital, which is a locked ward hospital for people who are 5150. Sometimes they wind up conserved. There's a phone in the rooms where we work with people, seeing how they're doing and what they need as social workers, therapists, and then the doctors. There's a phone for translation, and there is a video part in case you are deaf and need to use sign language. There is the amber pendant. It's absolutely beautiful. I'd like to get that up closer. The small box chain is a small box chain, but I'd like you to be able to see this. This is a really nice piece of amber. It has a lot. So everyone here, I'm assuming you know that amber is a tree sap. It's fossilized tree sap, and it catches little things in it. That's why you find amber sometimes with bugs or other things totally whole inside the amber. Back in this was popular for a while in Victorian times, and then it became popular again, I remember, in the 80s, big time. And the main things you saw then, or I saw, because it was just becoming popular, were pieces that had an actual bug or a something that you could see trapped in the resin. Isn't that cool? Now, this doesn't have that. I have no idea what the things are that are in this. But I just think, I mean, this is like, it's fossil. It's fossilized tree sap. Hi, Leslie. How are you? How's it going? Yes, there you go, Ducky. Thank you for dropping that. Star might want to go back. I mean, it was like almost all day long, but you know, and Leslie was on today. Please drop Leslie's channel. Star may want to go just watch that. It's just was incredible. Just some incredible people, and then you can see everyone, all these other people's channels. I mean, you know, it was a good time. Yep, starting bid of 48, sterling silver box chain and sterling silver pendant. And Leslie, you might be interested in, you're probably exhausted from that rally. You might be interested in this. And what did I start it at? Ducky. Ducky! I cannot do without Ducky. I didn't have a Ducky. I didn't have a Ducky. I didn't have a mod for so long, and now I can't do without Ducky. Ducky, how much did I start the solid vintage beads lamp work with the other lamp work beads, etc. on it? With the two, with the, I think it was like 60 something, because Leslie might want to buy it and deconstruct it. And starting bid was, okay, 35. That's fine. Now, Leslie, I'm just thinking starting bid was 35. I'm thinking you might want this to deconstruct because I know you work with beads all the time. So I'm just pulling it up for a minute. This is some kind of glass or stone. The blue, I don't know. These are glass. This is a tiger's eye. There's a lot of rondelles, gold rondelle spacers. But what I thought you might be interested in, this is an old, you know what it is. And then it has these. Now, these are not hollow. And I heard you say about lamp work versus, I think it was wedding cake. I think that's what you said. Now, there's 5 of these on here. It is a black base with brown, red, blue, yellow. Okay, it's very, very long. But 2 of these, see this one? Big chip. Now, wearing it, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care wearing it. And look at how nice it is. And then it has like this purple. So it has a bunch of those. There's 5 of these, 2 of these. One of them has just a little nick that's barely noticeable. One has just a tiny that you can see, but that one that I showed you, that big nick. So it's really long. Where'd I go? And I just wanted to take a moment and show you just in case. 2 tiger's eye up there. And all these gorgeous, the rondelles, there's 5 of those. It's very heavy. So there's at the very least 3 of these that are in perfect shape. And this one, this is so pretty. So I thought blown glass. Oh, so it's blown glass because it's solid, not, okay, so I got it backwards. It's blown glass because it's solid. if it wasn't solid, it would be, if it was hollow, it would be lamp work. Is that right, Leslie? Yeah, 3 of the beads do not have chips. So therefore, you're paying less than that $20 a bead, plus all these other beads. So yeah, just think about it. I just thought of you, and I thought, Leslie makes all this great stuff with this. She was talking about it today. So, and there's a lot of smaller beads on there and all the rondelles and everything. So no, you don't have to do anything. So blown glass is hollow. Oh, these are solid. So these are solid, Leslie. They're not hollow. They're solid. So there you go. That's all. That is all. Are you tired after that whole thing? Yeah. Hollow like blowing a bubble. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I thought I said that correctly, but I thought I said that. Yeah, those are lamp work. They're solid. Yep, solid. All of the ones I was showing you, the small, medium, and the 3 without a chip, are solid. That sounds funny. Solid. Okay. This is a buy now of 20. Oh, and blown is worth a lot more. Well, that makes sense. So blown is worth, hollow is the $20 a bead. See, Ducky and I were just having this whole thing, and I was talking about learning from you. So the blown is $20 a bead. You're like, I'm so tired. Leave me alone. I just want to watch and don't say anything. So this is a really incredible. It's $20. Actually, you know what? I'm changing my mind. It's not a buy it now. It's going to be a starting bid of $33. It is a mother of pearl necklace. It is really tribal. I feel very strongly, so it's a starting bid of $33. I feel really strongly that this mother of pearl with the brown in it is from, see, now this is where I don't know. I don't think this is from Pacific waters, but some other country because of these colors. And each piece is like this long triangular claw tooth. See, in this one, I'll show you the whole thing in a minute. I tend to do this. I do it by piece. There's a little bit of purple opalescent in the brown. It's pretty dang fabulous. Yes. Okay, thank you, Leslie. And I think, but to me, it really doesn't matter. I think the clasp is 925, but it doesn't matter. It is on cord as well. It's on cord, so it's vintage. Hold on, I'm putting it together. And let me take my copper pendant off of Dolly. Dolly is covered in hair. My first necklace holder helper, Dolly. Dolly is covered in hair. Dolly needs a good brushing. And because I want to put this on Dolly and show it to you. I think this piece is absolutely stunning. And I was about to way undersell, even starting at 33. Yeah. But like I said, it's tax season, and I am trying to help all of us right now for a couple weeks by, just running some pieces at more of a cost average for right now. See the white cord? I believe this was, bought in another country. And this is all hand carved. But that is where the extent, Ducky, in this, yes, that is where the extent of my knowledge on this ends. There's a clasp, Leslie. It's an older clasp, and it is cord. See the white cord right there? And you can see it. Barely, it's a little worn, but nothing is going anywhere. And it's just, do you know, Leslie, see the mother of pearl abalone that I am, here in America on the West Coast and even the East Coast, always has the purples and the blues and and this does not. It's browns with light bit of purple and a muted white, and I don't know. So that's why I say you're welcome. That's why I say I don't think it's from this. It wasn't made in this country, and it's very tribal, very boho, and it's pretty much like a collar necklace. It's about 16 inches, so it really just is like a collar necklace. Ah, there you go. And okay, that's fair too. Older abalone. Yep. And I don't know if abalone, I mean, they certainly didn't cut out, the colors. But yeah, thank you, Leslie, for that input. I appreciate it. I just think it's a statement piece. Think how gorgeous it would be with a black t-shirt. Really any color t-shirt, white t-shirt. Although I would want a different color, purple, in the summer. And this is what you're wearing out to dinner. Starting bid of 33. Yeah. I think it's fabulous. And I don't know what I was going to say, Leslie, is I don't know if abalone, similar to coral, once it's in the air, even turquoise as it's worn, if it, shifts colors because it's shellacked often, or, and it's just a natural thing in the ocean. So I don't know if it changes with the air. And yes, older versus newer abalone that could be a thing. I'm going to look that up. It is a very good price. Thank you, Leslie. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to do some research on that. It is time to do that. Let's see. What do I want to show in my last? How long? Poor Ducky. She's been on all day. All day long, Ducky. It has a lot of patina. It's just fascinating to me. I've never seen them carved like that. So, and like I said, I'm just doing my best to bring things at a price that, for the most part, during this time is affordable for people because it's tax time and it's hard. So not these, I have the wrong thing. This Ducky, we're just going to do like 3 more pieces and then we're going to call it. It's Friday and Ducky's been modding all day long. and needs to eat. I am going to take this fluffy cotton crap out of the box. It's getting stuck on this. This AB collar 50s shepherd's hook necklace is going to, like choker, is going to start at $23. Ducky. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Ducky. So this is going to be a starting bid of $23. See that I have it, but I've had it stored in the box in which it was given to me when I purchased it, and it's picking up the fluff. Let's give my dumb internal webcam a chance to adjust itself. So it is that it's prong set. It's gold tone, so it's picking up all the oranges, greens. They're nice high stones, and I love these drops. And it is graduating sizes. I should put it on dolly after I show it to you. It's not picking up the light very well. That is driving me nuts. My internal webcam changes as it feels like it. So this is, your so-called extender, right? There's the larger bead. But I never understand. I do understand extenders like that. But when you have a piece that is like this, and then now you're making it shorter, an extender is kind of a weird thing. There's the little shepherd's hook. Let me put it on. Oh, sorry. Let me show you the back. That's important. And I don't know why it's misbehaving in this way. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything is set perfectly. It's not wonky. It's not dented. It's just really looking odd the way the drops are. It's looking odd, but it's not. It's only slightly worn. It's a beautiful piece. I love these. So let me put it on dolly, and then we can move on. There you go. Oh, there you go. Much better. At least it was much better in the light I had it in, and now it wants to not show correctly at all. Lots of pinks, greens. Oh, wow. I have to do something about this. That's terrible. I'm sorry. It doesn't want to show really nice. So it's a collar. It's like about 16. Or a choker. I mean, it's a shorty. But it's a good one. It's a good shorty. And there's the back. Okay. And it really does have all the brilliant pinks, oranges, greens that gold brings out in AB. Yes, it does. It just is not cooperating in my light, and I don't understand that for the life of me. I mean, there you go a little bit, right? And like I said, this stuff is not being stored in that again because it just wants to get caught up in all of that, and I'm not interested in that. Okay, I'm fine with keeping that for now. Thank you for looking. Thank you for being here, everyone. I do appreciate it. Oh, where is the little tiny, where'd it go? There you go. This. So, Ducky, you ate a snack, right? I'm almost done, but I just want to make sure that you're hydrating and you're eating and you're. So, this is going to be a buy it now at 32. It is a little fetch pin. Now, I want to say, if I remember correctly, hold on. Yep. Okay. Ooh, I love hummus. I had some of that yesterday. I like hummus and avocado on naan bread for breakfast. So the stones are resin. Then there is the enameled flowers down there. That is, wire work. All of that is wire work. I'll show you the back. I would wear it in like a half moon instead of this. I would say that this is a more modern. Why do I have the AB choker? Oh, Ducky. What did I say this? 30. Just there you go. I will say this is older, but with this feeling to me like it's resin. It does not feel like stones. It feels like resin. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. It does have very fine wire work. It is gold tone. It is not gold. Is it the 60s? I'm pretty sure it's from the 60s. Here's the back. It pokes out. So it's early 60s. You can see that this is hand done wire work. This to me looks more like machine done. So, I'm being honest. To me, let me see if that's a maker. Probably just says Italy. This is when the tourist trade is getting more heavy. So it doesn't mean that it's not fantastic, any of that stuff. It just means that, unless I've forgotten something very important, the tourist trade is coming in. Oh no. Well, excuse me. I just gave y'all an excellent price and I bought this, and it says on the bag, I bought this from a very reputable reseller, and it says silver inside. Now, I will tell you, maybe celluloid. Yep, maybe celluloid, but it's definitely moving more into that tourist trade. So it's a little bit less finely detailed. It does say silver. See that? So this could be vermeil, but what I want to tell you is at some point, it's a reputable reseller I bought it from. At some point, I know that I tested it, but my testing solution is not good right now. Nothing that I tested pieces that I knew were silver, that I knew were gold, alongside pieces I was curious about, and none of it came up as anything. So I threw it all out, and I have an order on the way. So I cannot test this again and tell you that it's actually a vermeil. I can't. So it might be silver it's from Italy, and you're getting an excellent deal. I don't know. I can't tell you, but what I will say, if it doesn't sell right now, I will put it aside to test it, and that's fine. That's fine. I have several pieces that I need to test because my solution went bad. Testing solution only stays good for like 2 or 3 months in the dark, and then it goes bad. So the flowers are enamel, Leslie. Yes. Yep. Did you want to see it again? I just put it away. The flowers are enameled. Yeah. So, I mean, and the pin back goes out. All of that's happening. Uh, but I can't test it to tell you if it's actually silver, like 850, or I can't do it. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to show one last item, and I'm going to throw this stuff out. If I ever buy from any of y'all, you could give me a box, but don't use this type of whatnot that it just pulls and pokes and gets all over your jewelry. There is other types of this that works really well, but this particular, no. Okay, I have, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I love this piece. This is going to be my last piece of the evening, and I appreciate everyone that's been here in and out the whole time. I appreciate it. This is going to be a buy it now of $25. It is a black glass, melt glass, and clear rhinestone. I think it's meant to be butterflies bar pin. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I do you think it's silver? I think it is, but I cannot tell. I really, where'd it go? Oh, I put it over here to test. Yes? No? Maybe? Leslie. Leslie, what did I do with it? Oh my good Lord. Here it is. Thank you, Leslie. I think I love it. So thank you. I think it's really pretty. Thank you again. Sorry, have to write that down. And I'm going to put it right here for a minute because I want to show this last piece, and I don't want to take too. Maybe I can just find a bag super fast. I got bags coming too. I've had organza bags and jewelry boxes, like the necklace boxes, ring boxes, etc. So many of them for so long, and finally running out. I buy in huge quantity. Thank you again, Leslie. Okay, so this last piece is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's really pretty. I'll tell you that. I think it's really pretty. So this is, to me, so I've been doing costume jewelry since eBay started, and I sold high-end costume jewelry that I bought in 50-pound lots with my mom. Returns from Macy's, Capitals, all the high-end department stores that we had to untangle and put a jump ring on or fix the clasp, or, some was completely broken, but most was just people just changed their mind. So for $50, we got 50 pounds at a time. And why was I saying that? Oh, and so I did that for a long time at the flea market with my mom. It was really fun as a teenager. And then when eBay started, I got into costume again. And this is one of the coolest brooches I've ever found. I think 60s. Melt glass, black glass, clear rhinestones. I love the prongs on here. And it lifts up, silver tone. Remember when I was talking about the jeweler saw and prongs being even or not even? See how these are essentially even? That's what, if anyone is here from when I was discussing that. And it's layered, then you understand what I was talking about now. See how it's lifted up and then this is flat. I think it's supposed to be butterflies. I don't know. I don't even care. I just love it. There's the pin back. It's not a swedge. So we've left the 50s land. It just goes through. So late 60s, early 70s. It's a little lower end, but it's fabulous for what it is. It really, I love this, but look, I've got 1, 2, 3 brooches on this shirt, and this shirt just happens to be, my older vintage, like Mexico pieces. But every single shirt I have, every jacket has multiple brooches. Some of them, I have a lot of plastic because I love plastic. And then I have brooches after brooches upstairs that I use interchangeably. So I don't need to keep this. I don't, I mean it, but I've never seen a piece in this design before. And I don't know that I will again, but stranger things have happened. I've had this piece since 2001, and of course it's way older than that. And it's 3 inches long and a little over 2/3 of an inch wide. It's a little hard because it goes up in the middle to get that exact. And the pin back is like this. So it's pushing right into the early 70s. And I know wear it flat like a bar pin, but I would want to wear it like that. And see, it does have all that shine. It's just a matter of my webcam deciding whether or not it's going to cooperate. Yeah, so that's what I'm closing on. And it is a buy it now of $25. It's just a really unique piece. Wish I knew the maker. Okay. Well, I brought a lot of stuff. I always bring, varied, a lot of different things, different strokes for different folks. At many different prices and a lot of affordable stuff. Even the auctions, I think most of it was pretty affordable. So if you just came in and you want to rewind and rewatch, and email me at mscwalker@att.net and let me know what you're interested in. Terrific. If you want to share my video out to other people because you think they might be interested in, that's terrific as well. That would be a pretty barrette. Yeah. You know what my new favorite thing is? And I have them right here, and I need to start doing it. And if you could give me a thumbs up, and all that good stuff, that would be cool too. Subscribe to my channel, yada yada, the whole thing. But mostly, I just want you to come back because you want to come back. Because you like what you see and you enjoy the show. This confetti clip-ons in your hair like that. These aren't going anywhere. Isn't that fantastic? Light blue and black confetti clip-ons. Yep. So, I will be back. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great Easter. However you celebrate it, or if you don't celebrate it and you stay home, that's cool too. I will be back next week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I only sell jewelry now. Be kind. It doesn't cost a dime. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Ducky, thank you so much, honey. And please, please text me what you think about that because I want to know. Thank you. Good night. I appreciate all of you. It's been a long day. Take care. Be safe. Please.